Oh, that one. Okay. Yes, we can start program.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster, and distinguished guest. I welcome you to the 654 meeting of the Madras Toastmaster Club. For those who do not know Toastmaster International, it is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skill, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are four core values of Toastmaster International: integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect for the individual. There are few ground rules to be followed. First one is, I request all the speakers to refrain from speaking on taboo topic like sex, religion, politics, etc. Second, since it is a hybrid meeting, I request the online participant to kindly ensure that your microphone is on mute when you are not speaking, so that you do not disturb the speaker. Third one, I request the online participant to rename themselves in the following format: Toastmaster/guest followed by your name. The role players to be renamed as role name followed by your name. The fourth one is, I will be sharing two forms in the chat window. One for the Toastmaster member to share their attendance, and second one is for the guest to share your contact details so that our VP membership can reach out to you. So with this, I would like to give the control to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Krishnan sir. So Toastmaster Krishnan sir, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat, for an excellent introduction. It gives me as a president to declare this 654th meeting of Madras Toastmaster Club to order. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. It's a great morning, and I could feel the happiness because I got up very early after traveling for 2 days. So getting up early, setting the tone for the today's meeting and preparing mentally, that gives me satisfaction. Every day we get up with some work or some goals, planning ourselves, starting the day. Getting up early has given me a lot of benefits. That is, I get that extra few minutes, few hours of my life to myself, enjoying peacefully, having that coffee with this. Hope you all had a great morning today. Wonderful. Anyone? Anything from online? Okay. In short, in short, what I want to convey the message is that when we are leading, we have to be on time. We have to complete today's meeting also on time. With this, I would like to directly go into the meeting, which was started, as the Sergeant at Arms said, by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924, Santa Ana, USA. This has benefited many people, this movement. So here in Toastmasters, we see many things. The important is, that is, you will get feedback, a constructive criticism. All this put together, we have lined up a great meeting. And whenever I start a meeting, if some unknown people are there, I'm not comfortable. And generally, we are not comfortable. Someone is talking there. Who is that? That's why we do introduction. So as a president of this club, I'm happy to welcome the guests to introduce yourself so that you know how you came to know briefly about you. Yeah, you can take 30 seconds to 1 minute to introduce yourself. We can start from front row, then we'll go to the back row. Yeah, please come here. Just talk about yourself. Introduce.
Hi guys, good morning. I'm Hari from Tenkasi. Currently, I am in Chennai. Why means I work in job. I got a job from account informatics. Sorry.
That's okay.
My company based on US projects only, so I can't interrupt. I can't speak to US clients, so I improve my communication skills. So I got this opportunity. Definitely, I will.
Yeah. Okay. What's your name, sir?
Hari.
Hari. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very soon you will be a good speaker. You are on the right platform. Yeah. You can speak. You can speak. You can.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Avneet Paul. I'm from Delhi. I'm studying right now in history, Loyola College, BA History. I was invited by Nikhil, our super senior, and it's quite a nice experience to meet you all people. I would like to share my knowledge and gain some knowledge over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely, you are a super person. Okay. Next. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Chakal Sivan. I am coming from Loyola College. I get to know about this Toastmaster by my friend Nikhil and Vivek. And currently now I am studying MA History. It is very nice to meeting you all. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Ashwin.
Good morning, all. Nice to meet you. My name is Ashwin, and my native is Tirunelveli, Kerala. I am from Loyola College, a third-year student in history. I was invited by my super senior, Nikhil. Hope it will be a great experience for me. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Good morning, all. I'm Vivek. Some of us know me. I have been here for 2 to 3 times. So I was invited by my guru, Nikhil. And nice to meet you all. Yeah, thank you.
As he said, yes, he has visited before, and madam, last time also you were a visitor, and this time you will be. Very soon you should all become members to enjoy the benefits.
Good morning. Then some of them know me as president. Last week I attended the class and I was very interested, like join membership, but to know more, I just came as a guest today also. That's it.
Sorry, I didn't get your name. Sorry. Your name is it? Sorry.
Huda.
Huda. Okay. Good. And one thing, since as they said, Guru, super senior and all, I can look forward to creating a club for Laila College. This is an agenda. So you can lead the team there. With this, I would like to see anyone in the online who are all any guests. Guest Sisira. Can you please
Yes.
introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. Am
Yeah.
I audible?
Yeah, very clear. Go, you can switch on the video also.
I'm sorry, but my camera is not working. I'll work on it for next week. Maybe I'll have to fix that issue.
Then we will have full introduction. Please introduce yourself.
Yes. Hello. I am Sisira. I'm a student in IIIT Kanchipuram. I'm in my 4th year. I've heard about Toastmasters through a friend, and I'm really excited to work on my speaking skills.
And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Prabhat wants to introduce someone as a guest. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Kundan Jha. Good morning to all of you. I'm from Ranchi in Jharkhand, and I work in a telecom sector. I have been a part of Toastmasters for a couple of years earlier. And today I'm here to be with Prabhat to mentor him and help him with his speech, as I'm also a person with speech impediment, and Toastmasters is an amazing platform to work on our communication skills. So thank you for providing me with this opportunity, Prabhat. Thank you so much. Kundan Jha, thank you.
Salute you, sir, for doing wonderful job of preparing people, and you are helping them great. So we are doing in a way, but you are doing a great job. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
And anyone else? I can't see all our members. Okay, with this guest introduction over, and we'll be proceeding to the meeting. I wanted to share a small story, which is, last time I did with, got a matchbox and full of, or small pieces of wood block. One father, told 4 of his sons when he was in deathbed, can you all break it individually? One son came and they tried to break, they could not. Then he distributed, he told them to do. I know this story was told from young age, and you all know why I'm saying that. This is what is now the important message I just want to share. Toastmasters bring in many people. We are all together. Together we can achieve great heights, but individually we can be cornered, so easily broken. Here, the platform gives you more confidence because you are going to get feedback from your friend who is going to help you. So with this message, I want to share one thing about this club. Madras Toastmaster Club was established in 2009, and this club produced many speakers, winners, overall many great personalities. And to add to that, we are going to have contests in February where you can showcase, you can prepare yourself. XCOM will announce and we will give you. But today is the starting day. You should prepare, you should keep ready, you should become a member, participate. And, we have wonderful opportunity in impromptu where everybody can participate, and international speech, which can take you up to USA. We have club, area, division. I will talk about it more because we have a wonderful person as a human being. I like him, who is going to tell more about Toastmaster of the day. What is TMOD is nothing but master of ceremony. And normally, wherever, mostly cinema or anything, where you come, people will come and do that. Today, we have a person who will take you through the rest of the meeting. This person was in the immediate past division director. That means he was controlling area, above him division. Area is nothing but 4 clubs put together. So those who win here, you will go to area. This is the hierarchy in Toastmaster. Then we also report to District 120. This is for the guest to know. Now, this person was chosen for that district itself, TLI. Learning Institute for Toastmasters Learning Institute for leaders, speakers, everything. He will arrange many things. Since we have so many guests, soon he will arrange once again. Last time he arranged for people. With this, he has achieved a lot of being a past president of this club. Many things. He is none other than Toastmaster Arun. He is also a HR professional trainer by profession. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Arun.
Thank you, President and Officer, for this wonderful and kind gesture. I'm honored to be here. Happy morning to all members and our distinguished guests. Let us start the day with small ice-breaking activity. I want each of you to group together as three members in the team. The first person has to say something what you are good about it. What is something you are great about? What is your core strength? The second person has to talk about one sentence, how that skill is going to help an individual, how that skill is going to help the country, how the skill is going to help the world. Not about the person, the skill. Okay. And the third person has to say, wow, fantastic. Got the idea? Let me give a demo. Can you please come here? What is your one core skill, strength, which is you are so good about it?
I developing application. So
You are good at programming.
yes.
Okay, good at programming means it enhances our creativity skills and coding skills. How it is going to help the world is that we are going to create the better applications and better apps so that the country will be going towards a technology advanced nation. How is that going to help the world? If we bring up the technology advancement in the health, in finance, we are going to create a better world. Got it?
Yeah.
Can we start this activity?
Super, wonderful.
Three people gathered together. First person has to talk what is their core skill or strength. Second person has to talk one word about how it is going to help the individual, how it is going to help the world, country, and then the world. And the third person has to say what?
Wow, fantastic.
Not wow, fantastic. Wow, fantastic. Okay, come up, group up together. I request all the online members also to do the same while I am coordinating offline
Again,
here.
we will start from beginning. The same thing. He is part of our.
Go. Online team, are you clear about the activity? I want you also to participate. How many of them are in video in online?
I'm there.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sugasni. Thank you, Toastmasters Kavita and Toastmasters Pia. Hope you got clear about the activity. Just group up three people among you, convey the same. I'll come back in 2 minutes.
Looks like we have 4 people.
Oh, three. One, three.
No problem, you 4 can participate.
Prabhat.
Okay. So who will tell the core strength?
Priya, you can say the core strength, right?
Yeah, okay. Let me think.
And Suhasni, how it helps in
How it helps
I am
you?
very focused person. Focus is my core strength.
What I need to say, Kavita?
actually it looks like how the skill is helping the country, world in a broader perspective, how it helps people around us, country and
Okay, focusing, right?
But that is not a skill. Okay, let me think.
Can I also chime?
Gayatri is also there.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected on the thing. Like, I'm really not sure what is happening.
Okay, no problem.
So one person has to tell the core strength. Another person has to tell how that core skill will help the country, and the third person has to tell how that skill will help the world.
and then we have to tell, wow, fantastic.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm good at handling big targets or motivating people, achieving big targets. Suhasini, that is the skill.
Achieving big target. Hmm. Say, okay. Achieving big target. Okay, I taking the previous one also. Focusing is the core or base things to achieve a big target. In organization level, in a world level. So when you want to achieve a big thing, we need to be more focused, and we need to convince and motivate the people around us.
So how it will help the country?
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Time up.
Wow, fantastic.
Wow, fantastic.
Super. Online folks, you people are really rocking. I have not heard any single word from the offline. Wow, fantastic. Can you all say it loud? Wow.
Wow, fantastic.
Great. So what we have done now? Have we all discussed something about what is our core strength? Have we all discussed something about our skills? And does that skill have the potential to shake the country, to shake the world? Don't think about you as a person. You will have a lot of self-doubts and limit you. Just think about whether the skill, the strength have that potential. And the moment when you are converting your skill and strength to the benefit of others through the contribution, you are making a meaningfulness in your work. And that is what nothing about self-leadership is all about. Self-leadership is nothing but creating a message, what you are good at it and how you are going to help the people, and using your personal qualities and attitudes, how you are driving that, what is your values, and how it is getting accepted. Wow, fantastic is nothing but acceptance from the community. If these things happens, we become together. That is where the togetherness happens, and everyone start to evolve continuously. That's all about the theme of the day today. We'll discuss more as we progress towards the meeting. So the theme of the day is selfless leadership, and the word of the day is togetherness. I request all the speakers from the prepared speeches and table topics and general evaluation speakers to use more about the theme of the day and the word of the day. Why we have to use more? The more we use more, we get repeated and gets this concept injected in our mind. And I request the audience, whenever the speaker uses the word of the day and the theme of the day, what we have to do? Clap, don't forget, and applaud the speakers. Proceeding on the how the Toastmaster meeting is all about, I could see a lot of guests today. I welcome once again for the Madras Toastmaster Club. Typically, a Toastmaster Club meetings have 3 different segments. The first segment is about, we call it as prepared speech, whereas each member have their own path to progress in the Toastmasters. They will be reading through the project's documents and develop a prepared speech based on the project that they are working on, and they will come and deliver the speech here. That is a prepared speech. And we have 4 speakers today. Once that is completed, we'll go for a short break, and then we'll begin with the second segment. That is the table topics or impromptu speaking, where the speaker will be invited to the stage, and a topic will be given on the stage to the speaker that will be facilitated by a special role called table topics master. And the speaker has to talk about the topic. That is the impromptu speaking segment. And the third segment will come about general evaluation, that is evaluation of the speakers. That is again another core strength of Toastmasters. We evolve or we improve based on the feedback that we receive. So feedback is one of the important points so that we understand what are our strengths, where we need to improve upon. That will be facilitated by a special role called general evaluator of the group. And to facilitate that, we have a wonderful and veteran Toastmaster as a general evaluator of the day today. who is nothing but Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Toastmaster Balakrishnan is one of the founding member of Madras Toastmasters Club. As he mentioned, the club is been running for more than 13 years. So there were few founding members and he is one of the founding members of the club. And apart from that, he has been in Toastmaster of other districts when he was traveling in other parts of the world. And then once he came back to Madras Toastmasters Club, he again initiated his few initiatives like YLP along with Toastmaster Sriram. And then now he's doing as a president of the club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Balakrishnan, our president, to take care of the general evaluation meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, TMOD, Toastmaster Arun, for that wonderful introduction. Sorry, I forgot to mention TM. It's a DTM. So you all should know what is a DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters, correct?
I'm still Toastmaster.
Okay. Okay. I thought this is the way to introduce to the guests about DTM. Okay. Now, as a general evaluator, it is my duty to know from the beginning of the meeting till the end of the meeting, give a constructive or positive feedback, and at the same time give some room for improvement in day-to-day meetings, if there is anything I find. This is the general overall duty. Apart from that, I do have a team of evaluators who will be evaluating the prepared speech section. Apart from that, the main, we call it as tag for the benefit of guests. Tag is nothing but timer, accounter, grammarian. These three people, they play a very important role. They, each segment is timed by the timer. And we also have accounter, that is when we speak. To be a professional speaker, what we should avoid is certain things. So we have an accounter. The accounter will explain to you, and grammarian to see how the usage and other things. So to do this, I have a team of people, and at the end also, I'll be again coming back at that time. The speech evaluation. After that, overall evaluation will be given. Just for the purpose of again, guys, you all should know what is the evaluation is nothing but here the constructive, positive, initially told in a nice way. I asked my team evaluators to give all positive points and give one or two room for improvement. With this, I would like to introduce our counter. I can smell what is cooking. Okay. We have electronics and telecom engineer working in Intratech. She is passionate about cooking, hobbies, pets, and gardening. And one thing, she delivered her icebreaker, so I can take the liberty of telling that, she's a very good cook and she is planning to bring something for the club. Over to you, Toastmaster Nainu Mohan. Please give a big round of applause.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the hawk counter is to count the number of unnecessary sounds or repetitive words you may use when you are speaking on stage. The purpose of the hawk counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. I will be observing and taking note of words such as you, so, like. These are the filler words that affect the effectiveness of his speech. I will present my report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Back to the General Evaluator.
Thank you. And next we have timer. To introduce the timer, is a senior manager in LTI, that is Larsen & Toubro merged with Mindtree. Sports follower, stock market enthusiast, and loves exploring things. Delhi bahut dure, mere ko. Wo aadmi, no? Acha aadmi. And you'll be happy if we call him as Rahul Dada.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So, good morning, all. I'm the timer for today, and so whosoever comes onto the stage, I'll be noting down the time taken by that particular speaker or the table topic speaker or the evaluator. So I have 3 sign cards wherein I'll be indicating to the speaker, okay, he has reached the allotted time limit by green. If he's reached the midpoint of the final time limit, I'll show the yellow card. And when he's going, I mean, the time limit is over, I'll show the red card. So after the red card, he has a grace of 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. Otherwise, we get disqualified as a prepared speaker or a table topic speaker. So that's how I'm going to do it for the people who are sitting here. For the people who are online, I'll try to share my screen and show you how it looks. I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
There is a bit of lag, otherwise.
You can display when I'm speaking.
Yeah, so
you can show the timer card for me.
Like this, the screen will be visible to the speakers who are speaking online. So that's how. So I'll present my report as and when called upon. Over to you.
Thank you,
General Evans.
What a timing. Good. We have a grammarian. She is again interested in hobbies or cooking and gardening. She is an IT professional working as a Java developer. Toastmaster Saraswati. Big round of applause.
Today, I'll be playing the role of a grammarian, which is to pay attention to your wonderful usage of English language. I will be noting down all the good sayings, quotes, and I will also be noting down mispronunciations and misuse of the language. And it is also my duty to note down the usage of word of the day and the quote of the day. So I encourage all to use it whenever possible. Thank you so much.
In Toastmasters, this is a certain practice as a GE. I have to tell you, whenever you come like that, shake hands should be there. And whenever a speaker comes, appreciate him because he is working and giving. Whether it is TMOD or GE or president or else not. All are equal. So you should encourage with a big round of applause, including online. You have to unmute and clap and give a sound. Wow, fantastic, right? Over to TMOD.
Thank you, President Officer, once again. I'm General Evaluator. So when we talk about selfless leadership, what is the opposite of selfless leadership? Selfish. Selfish. Yes. Autocratic. Anything else? Democratic. Democratic. Bossy leadership. Bossy leadership. Good one. Charismatic. Charismatic. So if we talk about leadership theories, there are so many things will come up actually. Starting from aristocratic, bossy leadership, laissez-faire, so many things will come up. Don't get confused. For me, let us simplify. One is selfless leadership, another one is egoistic leadership. Egoistic leadership, again, ego is not a bad word. Ego is actually some good word only. We made it as a bad word. Ego means nothing but putting our self-esteem or self-importance more than anything else. That is a kind of egoistic leadership. So what is the other key differences? When you execute something for the benefit of others without putting your personal agenda or putting your own personal benefits first, focusing more about the others' benefits, then it is selfless leadership. But in the opposite way, when we prioritize our own growth, when we prioritize our own agenda of some points, then it goes towards a egoistic leadership kind of work. Any volunteering organization, if you notice, it will become successful only because of selfless leadership. And being in Toastmaster, we talk more about the servant leadership. So service is one of the core values of Toastmasters International. So how this organization is being developed and continue to develop over more close to a century. It's all about building the people towards contributing towards a greater cause. So the Sergeant Arms might have read today's as part of his essay opening, the club mission. So what is the club mission? Anyone can mention again?
To provide,
Just not exactly, just rough.
to provide a positive and supportive.
Fair enough. Yeah. So to provide a positive and supportive environment for the members for their own personal growth. This is the message. This is the cause. And any person who is stick to the message they are selfless leaders. But when we take leadership role, not aligned towards this message, then there are more chances we move towards in egoistic leadership. So why I raise this, that let's be frank, it's not about we are doing something bad. We have to have that awareness first of all. So that is the more important. When we come to serve for the club, it's all about serving for the people. It is very important selfless leaders to bring in place in terms of any voluntary organization. And not only in voluntary organization, if you take the typical, see, I have seen both here, voluntary organization leadership as well as the corporate. So presiding officer has introduced me as a trainer, but actually I was an IT corporate dropout. So I worked in IT organization for almost 18 plus years, and then I moved into trainings and coaching. So even in the IT corporates, if you see, or any corporate for that matter, egoistic leadership will not work out. That's the reason we have to learn the leadership in Toastmasters. Why? Here you do not have any formal authority. You can get action from the people only if you are able to persuade them. And once you master this persuasive leadership, selfless leadership, if you apply the same thing in your work environment, people will start to follow you, people will start to align with you. So that is the benefit of mastering the selfless leadership, and Toastmasters is a beautiful platform where you can enhance those kind of leadership skills here. So with that, we can move on to the further speeches fast enough. Today we have 4 speakers lined up. The first speaker is Toastmaster Muthu, who is going to deliver from Presentation Mastery. He is going to deliver from Level 1, Project 1, Research and Presentation. Research and Presentation, and the speech title is Health is Wealth. Before I call upon Toastmaster Muthu, I request the speech evaluator Toastmaster Preeti to read out the project objective.
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. So I think there is a change in the project details. The Muthu is going to deliver his level 1, project 2, on the pathway presentation mastery, evaluation and feedback first speech. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The title of the speech is Health is Wealth. Over to you, Muthu. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti. I hope I'm audible and visible.
So Toastmaster Muthu is a biomedical engineer and at a Surgicals Private Limited company, and he's working in Pondicherry. And his hobbies are reading, blogging, listening to audiobooks and courses. Over to Toastmaster Muthu. All the best.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible and visible.
It's very feeble actually. Can you please increase your volume, Muthu, at your end?
Yes, sir. Is that audible, sir?
The volume is mute. One level.
Can you try now, Muthu?
Yes, sir. Is that audible?
But for online, it is
It is
audible.
clear for us.
Yeah.
Probably the mic.
In the mic or speaker, we are just adjusting it.
Now you speak.
Is that audible, sir?
Can someone else in the online can talk just for a mic check?
Am I audible?
Yes, I think 1 minute.
Slightly better, but Muthu, your voice is
the audio is in laptop only, not in the speaker actually.
check again. Audio check.
Yes, sir. Hello. Is that audible?
கொஞ்சம் increase பண்ணுப்பா sound.
No, it's from laptop. It is not.
Please try, Muthu.
Okay, now is that okay?
Say again.
Okay. Is that okay now?
Manageable, I think.
Okay.
Is the volume full, Nikhil?
Yeah, it's from this side.
Okay.
From here, it has not connected to the speaker actually. Why open that now? What usually we do? I'm not connected. Microphone.
Okay, is that okay now?
It's not working.
Can I start, sir?
Yeah, just a moment. So for meantime, we can just slightly alter the speaker's order while they are working in the parallel. We can go on to Toastmaster Sriram's speech. Toastmaster Sriram is going to deliver from Dynamic Leadership Project, Level 1, Project 2, Evaluation and Feedback. And before I introduce him, I request Toastmaster Priyadarshini to read the project objective.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Sriram today is giving his Project 2 in Level 1, Evaluation and Feedback. The title is Ideas to Action. The purpose of the project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. And the purpose is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his first speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyadarshini. And Toastmaster Sriram is one of the past president of Madras Toastmaster Club, and he is also the YLP coordinator and also mentor pool coordinator for last year. He is working as a product head in secure solutions and providing data security solutions. His hobbies are, he is a lover of music and plays violin at leisure time, and he loves traveling along with his children and to hill station. Let me welcome Toastmaster Sriram, and his speech title is Ideas to Action. Ideas to Action, Toastmaster Sriram.
Very good morning, all. Able to hear me online?
Yes.
Time I can start now. How many of you know about how many thoughts we get every day? Any guesses?
Millions.
60,000 thoughts.
Roughly about statistics says about 40,000 thoughts we get. And how many of these thoughts are ideas? It's again up to individual. And how many of these ideas we are able to convert into actions? So, ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to share a few experiences on how to convert ideas to actions using this art approach. What is art? Let's wait and see. Okay. Stephen King, a famous novelist, he failed 30 times. His novel was rejected 30 times before the next time his novel became a world hit. Edison, as most of you know, he invented the bulb and enlightened the entire world. But, you know, he failed 10,000 times. And when interviewed, he told, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I only found 10,000 ways of not making the bulb. So, ladies and gentlemen, all these were possible because they were able to use the art approach to convert ideas to action. Even in personal life, I like to share a few experiences. During my school days, particularly I think 10th grade, we used to have this chemistry lab. I think most of you would have come across. And they give something like a salt, not our home salt. It's something, a chemical salt, which we have to find out. They will not tell the name, we have to find out. Now, most of my friends were successful, but I failed. Not just once, many times. So whenever I fail, I try to recover. Of course, I recovered, but I couldn't still find a way to succeed. Then I decided, let's try to get some ideas. And finally, I found the elimination approach, which actually helped me to come out of this problem. And that idea was a great success. And finally, I was able to succeed. And same is the case with my personal life as well. I used to be a night owl. Night owl means I don't sleep in the night for many years. And I struggled, found out many ways. I changed my food habits, changed my, exercising habits. I go to gym, and even I tried, going to bed early, but nothing helped. Finally, I approached a doctor with the mind to start medication. He suggested, why didn't you try yoga? I tried, and slowly the concentration, yogas which I got were able to transform myself to a better person and a better sleeper now. And all these ideas were able to convert into action purely because of this art approach. What is art? Please stay tuned. I'll come back. So even 2 years back, we had this, we bought a new washing machine. And as you know, this washing machine troubles a lot. Not just once, every day. Whenever I get up in the morning, I go near the balcony, I could hear rumbling sounds. It is a big menace for the entire family. And once I started shouting, what's happening here? And finally, we decided to brainstorm, also come up with ideas. My wife said, let's change the washing machine stand. My mother-in-law said, let's change the bushes. I said, let's add a wooden support so that it doesn't vibrate. But none of the ideas worked. So what we did, we used our togetherness to come up with a collective idea of removing the tires. See, washing machine sits on a tires platform. So we thought, let's remove this tire. That is causing the problem because it's a small tires, and because of this vibration, it comes up. And finally, that idea worked. So you're able to convert the ideas to action and implement it. All these things are possible because of the art approach. Even in Toastmasters, see, a lot of us give speeches, right? And whatever the recommendations you get from evaluators are ideas. But how many of the ideas are able to convert into actions? So friends, use this art approach. Now I'm coming to the, what is art? Art stands for assess your failures, refine your ideas, take action. So in all these stories, whether it's personal or famous personalities, you see there's a common approach, which is the art approach. So friends, if you're able to use this art approach effectively in your day-to-day life, I'm sure you can convert your ideas into action and become a successful person. Can we use this art approach? What do you think?
Ideas to action. A great speech. And I think most of the people face the problem. The washing machine, whatever you said, is moving over. I face a lot in my home. So probably I need to consult with you for a proper solution. Togetherness. And thanks for mentioning. So as I mentioned earlier, whenever the word of the day or theme of the day is being used by the speaker, what we have to do? Please do. This clap is not for me, for the one you missed for Toastmaster Sriram. And we can move on to the next speech. I hope Toastmaster Saravanan is here only, right? Yeah. So today Toastmaster Saravanan is going to deliver his speech from Presentation Mastery. So normally icebreaker speeches no need much introduction as they are going to introduce themselves to the club. But as a short note, Toastmaster Saravanan is working as a lead engineer in GGS Engineering Services Private Limited, and we'll love to hear more about from you directly. Before I request Toastmaster Suhasini to read out the project objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. Good morning, everyone. Today, Toastmaster Saravanan going to deliver his icebreaker speech on the pathway presentation mastery. The title is The Challenge I Overcome. The objective of this project is, the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arun Kumar.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. And let us welcome Toastmaster Saravanan onto the dais. The project speech title is The Challenge I Overcome. The Challenge I Overcome, Toastmaster Saravanan. Thank you. Online participant, can I audible?
Yes.
Timer, you can stop. Where there is a will, there is a way. With strong will, passion, dedication, commitment, and determination, all togetherness, to overcome any challenges and do wonders in the world, wonders in the life. Myself. Good evening. Sorry. Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Saravanan. I was born on any guesses based on my appearance? 1978 in a small village. My father, Mr. Vellandurai, is a farmer and hard worker. My mother, Miss Vijayalakshmi Vellandurai, she is a housewife and more caring person. I am the only child for my parent. So I grew up petting. I got high score in I got good score in secondary higher secondary examination. My passion was engineering. I joined engineering at 1996. I am the 96 batch. No one assumed my story was like 96 movie. It's very different. My college was located at Trichy. First year classes were started. My problem also started. Every subject in English. I can't understand anything. Most of the time I'm folded with pen and simply sitting in the classroom. Basically, I am a Tamil medium student. In school days, I am difficult to study in one subject in English. I got good score in another subject except English. I was fear about English, so I struggled here and worried about my study. After a couple of months, I went to hometown for one of the weekend. I told to my mom, I decided to discontinue my course. I will not go to college further. I explained what are the problem I faced in the college, and then I cried. She was also felt. She conveyed this message to one of my uncle. He motivated me and told, you are a good student, got good mark in +2. You don't be telling like this. You continue your course. Then next day, Monday morning came, I went to college again. The same scenario was happened. I thought about my parents. They had more hope for me. This was the very challenging time for me. I little bit overcome my fear in classroom. I slowly started my study with the help of neighboring friends. I put more effort and studied on daily basis. A daily basis. My only job was studying. No other thought in my mind at college days. I complete first year examination got over. The result came. I cleared all my subject, just passed only, but no year. I was very happy. Then I studied well and improve myself for upcoming semester. Finally, I have completed my engineering with good percentage of mark. I was the first graduate in my family. I felt very happy. I got job in small scale industry in Chennai, so I moved here. Currently, I'm working as a lead engineer in DGS Engineering Services. I got married, blessed with 2 kids. I love my family and enjoying with them. Finally, challenges are always unavoidable. We should not apprehensive about our challenges. We have constantly motivate ourselves with passion, commitment, and determination. Then the sky is the limit. We can fly anywhere. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Great message. Challenges are unavoidable. We love to hear more speeches from you, Toastmaster Saravanan. With this move, we can move on to the next speaker. Toastmaster Muthu, you are available. Toastmaster Muthu. He's not able to.
He's trying to join, so somebody can let him in.
Already admitted. No, I think already I admitted. Is joining. Some network issue. Better we can come Kavita. Toastmaster Kavita, can we proceed with your speech? Are you ready?
Yes.
So the next speaker is Toastmaster Kavita, and she is going to deliver her icebreaker speech from the path engaging humor. Before we proceed on, I request Toastmaster Anirudh to read the project objective.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and in particular, my target speaker, Toastmaster Kavita. Toastmaster Kavita is delivering level 1, project 1, icebreaker speech from the pathways engaging humor. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The title of the speech is Me, Myself. Timer, please note the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Kavita. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. So Toastmaster Kavita is one of the past president of Madras Toastmaster Club, and by profession she is working as a product owner at Capgemini. We can hear more from her icebreaker speech. And her speech title is I, Me, Myself. I, Me, Myself, Toastmaster Kavita.
தாமரை இலை தண்ணீர் போல் நீ ஒட்டி ஒட்டாமலிரு தாமரை இலை தண்ணீர் போல் நீ ஒட்டி ஒட்டாமலிரு 40 years of my life journey taught me several lessons, but there is one lesson that I want to share with you. That is to live this life with your family, with your network, with your team members, with your friends and relatives, with a kind of detachment. A kind of detachment in attachment is what I'm talking about here. Why am I talking about detachment here? When I was in my 9th grade, by the time I reached my 9th grade, I had seen 3 deaths in my family. So it was not somebody else, it was people who were living with me. By the time I was 3 years, I lost my father due to paralysis. When I was in my 8th grade, I lost my grandmother. I just saw my grandmother's death. So when I was in 9th grade, my grandfather. So this very early experience taught me that death is inevitable and you need to be detached while you're being attached with your family as well as people around you. So this is a very important lesson of my life. With that philosophy, let me start with my birth. So I was born to a middle class family. My father was a government employee and my mother was also a central government employee. And I have a elder brother who is 3 years elder to me. He is settled in France. He has 2 kids, 2 daughters. Now, when I was born, my father was so excited that I was a girl child, but he was slightly worried because I was a girl child. Being a girl child, I was dark complexioned or I was dusky complexioned. So this might sound slightly racist for you guys, especially for people of this generation. But I am talking about 80s where Fair and Lovely advertisement was very popular and it was okay to broadcast 6 முதல் 8 வாரங்களில் சிகப்பழகு in television where it was not considered racist those days. So my dad was quite right. So I had had my very difficult days during my school days, during my college, during my professional days, and it took a lot of healing and it took a lot of grooming to establish myself to the people, to the society. And it took a lot of time as well. I wasted a lot of time spending with judgments and working on that. So these are my school days. So I was brought up by my mother, who was a single mother, but she gave us very good education, put us in a very good school, gave us extracurriculars. Though I was good at academics, I was interested in books, and she took us to libraries. I still remember going to Kanimera, British Council with my mother. So she also promoted my interest for music. She sent me to music class, and so my childhood days were quite happy, even though I did not have my father. My mother was enough for me. She took care of finances. She took care of our development, everything together. But I was always interested to become a teacher right from my school days. And even during my post graduation, I wanted to become a lecturer in my own department. I had a good rapport with my lecturers. I ended up with a master's in computer application. I wanted to become a teacher, and that passion is still burning inside. But somehow, fortunately or unfortunately, I got placed in a software company, and the pay was good. I didn't have a lecturer job in hand, but I had a software engineer job in hand, so I had to opt for that. I've completed around 14 years in a software industry, and it has been I've switched over 5 different companies in these 14 years. So people always ask me, so how did you manage to crack interviews of these big companies? So to them I tell that I've given interviews to almost all the companies, starting from Tidal Park to Navalur Siruseri. If you name the company, I will tell you I have attended interviews there. So it is always the failure that is not seen by the others, and success is always visible. So this is one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. And when I was 25 years, I got married to Toastmaster Arun, who is the TMOD for today. We have seen together over a period of time, from 2009 to now, we have seen ups and downs. I wouldn't say it's a very happy life. We have seen ups and we have seen surgeries. We have seen our parents undergoing surgeries, our kids undergoing, stitches, getting hurt, and uh, having a sickness very often, getting sick and all that. But in spite of all that, we have tried our best to establish that togetherness, and we have tried to be very supportive and help each other in each of our professional as well as our personal lives. So this has been my school life, my college life, my professional life. And with that, I would also like to talk about Toastmasters, how much Toastmasters helped me to become the person I am. So they call this break shot in billiards, right? So the rack is broken at one point, and that is when the game starts. So that was when I joined Toastmasters in 2015, and from there it has always been a very good, happy and a successful life when it comes to professional as well as personal. And thanks to Toastmasters, I will stick around to Toastmasters. I would expect everybody to do the same. Seeing the timid and soft-spoken person I used to be, and the transformation that has happened to me due to Toastmasters. So thank you so much to Toastmasters, and I would continue to be a Toastmaster. This moment has brought about a big change in my life. And to conclude, I would say, we've come to this world alone. We are going to leave this world alone, and in between journey should be really meaningful. Over to you, T. Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita, for sharing your story. With this, we can move on to the final speaker for today, Toastmaster Muthu. Toastmaster Muthu. He has admitted. Someone has to monitor the breakout waiting rooms actually. Focus now. He can. Focus. The video. Muthu, we can proceed.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir, now?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Toastmaster Muthu is going to deliver his project from presentation mastery. We have heard the project objective already from Toastmaster Priti, so we can move on directly to the speech. And his speech title is Health is Wealth. Health is Wealth, Toastmaster Muthu. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Timer, you can start the timing. Very good morning, dear Toastmasters and guests. As Ralph Waldo Emerson says, the first wealth is health. And Mahatma Gandhi says, health is the real wealth, not the pieces of gold or silver. So why there is so much emphasis put on health? And today, it is really hard to see someone who is really fit and healthy all the time. So health is becoming a real concern for all of us. And people often get sickness and also called the disease. Because of the healthcare industry is growing faster and faster than ever before in the history. And also there are many new hospitals built each and every day. The word disease is so frightening so that we could call it a disease, as suggested by Louis Day, the author of the book, You Can Heal Your Life. Now, why so much emphasis put on the disease? Because where the disease comes from, according to Chris Wacker in the book Beat Cancer, he says there are mainly three major sources for the disease. And he calls the first one is our environment. The second one is the product we use. And the third one is the food we consume. Now, these are three main sources of the disease, so-called disease. So now let's dive deep into this. Now let's look at our environment. How this environment is pollution-free, it is clean and neat, and the air is good to breathe, or it is polluted, the land is polluted, water is polluted, there is so much of noise pollution is out there. And what about the product we use? Is it chemical free? Let's look at some of the products we use: the toothpaste, the soaps, the washing powder, the washing liquids, and the hair dye we use, the lipstick we use, the perfumes we use. How much of this product has chemical components in it? Now let's look at the food we consume. And there is no need to say about the food we consume. We don't know what food we are consuming it. Most of our foods are mixed with junk foods. So we eat a lot of breads, and made from the white flour. So this is food is a big worry for all of us. Now, when we consider all these things into consider, so let's look the environment, the product we use, the food we consume. There is no wonder we get disease. We will wonder when we don't get the disease. So the disease is a major factor in our life. And according to Anthony Williams, the author of the book Medical Media, he dives further deep into the disease. He says the main reasons for disease or the He says the major reason for the disease are the bacteria, viruses, and the heavy toxic metals and the chemical substances and the toxic in our body. How these things enter our body? Because mainly through the three sources we have seen: the environment, the product we use, the food we consume. What happens when the bacteria, viruses, the heavy metals becomes increased when increase it in our body? So it affects our organs. It affects our organs and also it affects our whole body. So when we don't take the appropriate action to prevent these things enter in our body, our whole body becomes disease, and we get illness, we get sickness, we can get other different types of diseases. Now, what we can do to overcome this? First, we must realize that we are not living in a friendly environment. We are living in a polluted environment. The pollution is increasing each and every day in terms of land pollution, water pollution, air pollution. This is increasing in numbers every day. So we must realize that. And also we must acknowledge the food we eating is not the right one. It is chemically treated. It is even the fertilizer used, disinfectants, all of them are contaminated with chemicals or treated with chemicals. So there is no point in blaming anyone or anything for our situation. So it's time for us to take responsibility for our lives. So what we need to do is we have to protect ourselves from these things. How we protect ourselves? First, we have to stop and reduce the intake of the things which are not good for us. Second, we need to do and use more of what is good for us. These are the things we know that what we need to do, but we are not choosing to do it. Let's say what we need to do is we have to eat good foods, maybe organic food or have filtered water. So these are things you need to do to get health. Other than that, you need to stop avoiding the junk food you use. Start using the herbs, add more herbs into your routine. Also, you can consider doing the exercises, yoga, and other stuffs like energy medicine, all these things which brings you health. Those are something we need to do. And only we can protect ourselves and we can continue to remain a healthy person. Otherwise, these things is gonna hurt us. So the thing is, instead of blaming the other things in our society, we need to take responsibility for our lives, because prevention is better than cure. And with this, I hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. See, overall, we have heard 4 different speeches. Iram has shared about that togetherness in executing the ideas, and then 2 wonderful icebreakers, and then finally about the help from Toastmaster. So we can now move on to a short break for 5 minutes. Before we move on to the break, I would like to ask one question. Do we really need egoistic leadership important? Or we can live with selfless leadership? Think about it, we can go for a break. Prabhat, shall we start? Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much. With this, I would welcome you all after a short commercial break. So hope you had a nice tea. So with this, I am giving a control back to our presiding officer.
Control back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Sergeant Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, hope you had good short break. I asked you a question, whether egoistic leadership is important or the selfless leadership is important. To just expand that, let me put another question. What is the style of Mahatma Gandhi?
Truth and non-violence.
No, selfless or egoistic?
Selfless.
Egoist.
Anyone is telling egoistic? Who is that?
So Ashley.
Okay. Can you give some example? One why it is egoistic?
Because of the incident happened in the railway station for Mahatma Gandhi makes him about his, the behaviors or a style he approached to for the freedom of India. So that time he acted or he made himself as a egoist leadership.
Excellent. Give a big round of applause to Toastmasters. So there are many examples. Not apart from that, also there are many examples of how Gandhi is a bit of egoistic in terms of executing his vision and goals. But overall, in general, we talk about selfless leadership. That is true also. But where that selfless leadership begins, it is because of the ego inside us. So he got hurted in that South Africa incident. He was asked to get out of the compartment due to the racism. And because he hurted as an individual, the bigger vision starts from the individual with a little bit of egoistic, which expands towards a major vision of getting the freedom for the humanity and the country. So egoistic is not, as I mentioned, not a bad thing, but it's all about how much we are using and where we are using. Think about it as a pinch of salt in our food, or 1 teaspoon of sugar in the tea or coffee. If there is no salt, there is no value for the food. It's all about that. That egoistic leadership can be a big part where we can use that to create our vision, goals, dreams, whatever things that we aspire for. And whenever there are any setbacks and challenges, that egoistic leadership is what is going to drive about internally. So egoistic leadership is all about how you are handling internally. But when it comes to externally, it's all about contribution, helping others and developing others. That is the selfless leadership. Now we can move on to the another second segment, that is table topic segment. Let me introduce Toastmaster Nikhil, who is the table topic master of the day, who is going to handle the impromptu speaking segment. Toastmaster Nikhil is studying PG program in Loyola College, and he is trying hard to be selfless. And whenever the college is asking him to do some important activity, he is demanding to get the certificate of selflessness. That's wonderful. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Nikhil, you're on mute.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests from different nook and corners of this cosmopolitan city, Chennai. Good morning.
Morning.
So here, what do we call this? Table. And here I have list of the topics. I keep it here, and what do we call it now? Table topic. Fine. So I welcome you all to the table topic session for the day. And this is much anticipated. Interesting fact, Toastmasters have more patience for table topics than the patience required to be a grammarian. I would like to appreciate the grammarian for the day. The rules goes on like this. I'll be calling one Toastmaster at a time. I'll be giving a topic from my slot, and then the required person will be required to speak on that particular topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Timer would have to show the red card at 2 minutes, following a grace time of 30 seconds. So in this particular segment, guests can also be a part. I'd like to start by calling distinguished Toastmaster panel. Distinguished Toastmaster Path.
Yeah, I'm
The
here.
necessity to be together with family in growing times of nuclearness. The necessity to be together with family in lieu of growing nuclearness.
What are the last 3 words? Not clear.
In lieu of growing nuclearness.
In view of growing
nuclearness of families.
Nuclearness of family. All right. Toastmaster of the day, fellow members, and honored guests. Today, the theme revolves around selfless leadership and also togetherness. Recently, I read somewhere, who is your best mate or the closest person to you? One may say mother, one may say father, one may say daughter, son, so on, the family members. But interestingly, the wisdom says it is your body. It is your body that is closest to you. People may leave, as Kavita was telling, 3rd grade, 5th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. People started leaving, then talked about detachment, attachment. So it's all about how we maintain our body. If we can maintain our body and establish our health, we can easily connect with people around us. The nucleus is home. The most basic nucleus is home. That is where we are born and our relationship grows. Then we have our neighbors, we have our friends, we have persons in the society, like Toastmasters, very many social fora. So in order to have that some sort of coherence amongst the family members, the togetherness is very important. But how the togetherness is nurtured? It is nurtured with selfishness and selflessness. Arun has chosen selfless leadership. We need to be selfish. Yes, I want to win this contest. I need to be selfish. But I alone should not win always. I need to be selfless. When I get into the selfless mode, I am also able to help others win. That is what a team spirit, in other words, it is called the togetherness. So if we can nurture that feeling in us, that attribute in us, that is both selfless and selfishness, togetherness can automatically form. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Pat, for such an experienceful address. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Nisha.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Nisha, the time when you performed a charity. The time when you performed a charity. Toastmaster Nisha.
Thanks, ma'am. Good morning to the fellow Toastmasters and guests. The time when you perform
a charity.
Charity. Yeah. The charity begins with us, right? The quote itself says, the charity begins with us. This quote really means the charity is the inner feeling and it is to be come out within ourselves. When we gain a confidence like, yeah, I'm okay with it and ready to give these amount of things to others. That is the perfect feeling. It is a starting point to begin the code. When I start a charity, like we have to identify the importance of life. Like I'm good in that, I'm bad in that. By identifying that, I can promote it into charity. I can better it. I can improve that moment into a greater one. in my life, my bigger point of view is like I will be good at motivating people. In that point of view, my charity point is I want to motivate others by giving a speech or giving the thoughtfulness to them. That itself is also coming under charity, right? Yeah. At the time I'm beginning a charity, like motivating the people. Thank you. Over to the
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nisha. Next, I'd like to call guest Lokesh on stage. So, guest Lokesh, you are a selfless leader and your employer has demanded a raise. So, what would you do in that scenario? You are a selfless leader, your employer has demanded a raise. What would you do in that situation?
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for the wonderful topic. I personally requested him to give me the most difficult topic. So I think this topic justifies, okay. I'm a selfless leader and my employee is asking me for a raise. I strongly believe that any organization for the matter, not just a self-help organization or a non-profit organization, whatever it may be, if it has to be successful, the leader must be selfless. And there should be this feeling of togetherness among all the members, which would really make the organization successful. Let's say if I'm a selfish leader and if I don't have the empathy towards my fellow workers or my subordinates, I wouldn't be thinking from their perspective and I would only be thinking from my perspective, which would hinder my progress and also like warn out all the good things which can happen. There is a good saying in Tamil, if there is nobody to showcase your mistake, tell your mistakes, you won't grow. Similarly, the point of someone asking for a raise itself means that you're not treating them properly. You're not giving what they demand, what they expect. If that's not done, then only they ask for a raise. And that can be taken as a point where I have to look into what's the problem, and I would definitely give a raise if I'm a selfless leader. Thank you so much. Over to the Toastmaster.
After listening to that, I really think my employer never asks for a raise. Now I would like to call guest Abhinit on stage. Guest Abhinit, the one person who never takes you seriously. The one person who never takes you seriously, Guest Abhinit. The one person who never takes you seriously. Don't take my name.
The one person who never takes it seriously. The best example for this is our children. In the future generation, when you are going to get children in life, brother, small brother, or a kid, or an aunt's child, they're never going to take it seriously. And with time, you will realize that this attitude is very good, as it keeps you a peace of mind throughout your life till the time you are not an adult or you have not faced the outside world with the whole perspective of war and the rage of employment and the struggles of life. This attitude should be developed in every person, because with the current scenario and the current generation, the things that is going on right now, people are taking so much stress and so much thinking so much regarding all the workload, their life, surrounding, family, that they have forgot to not take things seriously.
Guest Abhinit addressed me as a super senior, but after listening to him, looks like he carries more experience than me. Next, I'd like to call guest Ashwin on stage. Guest Ashwin, the one leader who inspires you every day. The one leader who inspires you every day, guest Ashwin.
The one leader who inspires me every day is my father. Whenever I face some problems, I quickly call my father and share my problem with my father. My father will always help me. A few months ago, I came into this platform. At that time, I was not able to say any word. At that night, I called my father and shared my experience. He said, I have some public speaking problems. I shared my problem with my father. He said, if you want to improve, if you want to bring out the best version of mind, you need to face your fears. If you don't step out of your comfort zone, you will not grow. If you want to grow, you need to face your fears. He's my best inspiration. He always motivate me. He always try to bring out the best version of myself. So the advice I give out to all of you is face your fears. Then only you can grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Ashwin. Well, you have improved a lot from the last time. Next, I call Toastmaster Rahul on stage. Toastmaster Rahul on stage.
Yeah, thanks.
Considering that in this particular time, every company is going for layoff. If I'm your manager, why should I not fire you? Why should I not fire you, Toastmaster Rahul? Listen for a moment.
That's an interesting situation. Okay, why should my boss not be firing me? See, I am now into a sales role, and sales is all about numbers. And if you have made your numbers for the year, then you have done a fair enough good job. So if my boss is asking me, why should I keep you in the company? So I've made numbers, I've grown the account or the business. Okay, let's not bring in the sales wordings into it. So I've grown the business, which is fairly, I mean, if I look at my performance, I think I've done reasonably good enough. And because recession is coming, all the businesses are falling. So you will need somebody who's good in confidence, because I've done good in my last 1 or 2 years stint. So obviously, I have the confidence that I can deliver. Also, I have gained experience. So you will need somebody like me to continue on with the business. Otherwise, your business might have a degrowth. If you don't keep me in your organization or you try to fire me, I think definitely there will be, it's a negative sign, negative thought process in terms of how you look at the business. So you need me to keep the things running. Okay, so that's where I am. Over to you.
I am not convinced yet. So, Toastmaster Rahul, 20% more targets next year. Next, I call Toastmaster Anand on stage. What it takes to be a selfless person. Toastmaster Anand, what it takes to be a selfless person.
Okay, selfless person. Right. The first thing is that empathy, right? The empathy is the highest form of emotional intelligence. For a leader, the first thing is that he has to stand on the other person's point of view, right? And second thing is that listening. Suppose if you have any subordinate, suppose I'm a manager, 5 people are reporting to me. The most important thing is that listening, right? If you listen properly, that means psychologically you are passing the message to the other person that you are carrying that person. The third thing is that, see, lot of crisis situation, lot of changes is happening day by day. As a leader, he has to manage the crisis very well. He in the state of equanimity. That is one of the best quality of the leader, so that the subordinate has followed. fourth thing is that as a leader, you should have a influencing and inspiring skills. So why the manager has to influence? Then there will be a transparency. Once there is a transparency, the trust is established. Once the trust is established, you have a great rapport. So that is one of the important skills needed by a great leader. And fifth is that a leader should set a good role model for the entire team. Even if you see our parents, they are the leaders. And as a children, we learn many things from our parents that all went to our subconscious mind that is operating us. So these are all the best qualities for a selfless leadership. Let us implement into the application and let us develop our leadership skills. The application of the knowledge is more powerful. Let us put your idea into application. That is one of the finest point of the leadership. Over to you, Toastmaster Nikhil, for giving a wonderful topic.
It doesn't matter what topic we give to Toastmaster Anand. He always has the same energy and same kind of data. So we have 2 more minutes. Next, I call Toastmaster Saraswati on stage. So how is it like to be with friends Toastmaster Saraswati?
One line answer, one word answer is amazing. Yes, it is. In the time of pandemic, I realized the value of friends and family, of being together. Togetherness was difficult when during the pandemic, and we had to invent different ways of being together. So having a good set of friends is an amazing aspect of your life, and it helps us open up our various problems and various ideas, various things that it comes out of our mind. Having somebody to listen to all our rubbish is the priceless thing in life, and that is I think that I have that in my life, and I encourage everybody to have somebody there. Thank you so much for this one.
May I get such more friends? I think I have scarcity of such kind of friends. I only have few. May I request guest Hari to be on stage? Last.
Hari.
So Hari, in your childhood, if you have you been the class monitor? Yes. So what was it like to be the class monitor back then when you led your class for the first time? How was it like to be the class monitor?
Class monitor.
Monitor. Class leader. Class representative.
I'm studying in 8th standard. My class leader name is Sembal Hari. He has a lot of rules. Don't speak, and I put name in the board. I'm the lot of days my name also in board. My name Hari Krishnan. So lot of days Hari is speaking over. Then now Sembari is got good job, and that's all. Thanks.
May I also get such kind of job? I'm really in need of one. May I please request guest Huda on stage? Guest Huda, may you please elaborate the journey from the time you left your house until you reached the Toastmasters?
Journey.
The journey.
Repeat the topic.
You have to elaborate the journey from the time you left your house to come to Toastmasters.
Okay. Good morning, happy morning, positive morning, everybody. The President, Toastmaster of today. Very happy to attend this meeting. Second time. This is my second time. So, okay, I woke up at 8 o'clock and done all my stuff like bathing, eating, everything. Last week I came to this meeting. That was my first time in my metro. I don't know the route. So just like I went into that metro. One uncle and auntie was coming. So I was like, will you please show me the route for Hyderabad? So okay, they was like, I'm going to beach. I'm going to somewhere. I'll drop you over there. Come with me. Okay. So I went with them. They let me inside of it and they went. So after that, I don't know where to go, like how to come here. Then I asked to another sister to route. So she said that get the stairs up. This is the exit. So go there. Like, I came up. Though after that, I don't know. So only Google helped me out. I put the route in Google. Just walked and came here. That's it.
Thank you so much, guest Vida. Whenever I travel in metro, I never find any uncle around standing. There are young people with earphones inside. I cannot ask them a damn thing. That's it from this segment, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. First of all, thank you for making this meeting call more energetic and laughing for your interesting topics. And second, thanks for you to keep the topics revolving around the theme of the day. And final, thanks for making the topics easy so that everyone can speak. Table topics master success resides when you enable the people to come and speak, not by giving the complex topics and making them to keep them upside or down. Okay, kudos to Toastmaster Nikhil. With that, we can move on to the third segment. That is the final segment of every Toastmaster meeting is general evaluation segment, where it will be headed by the general evaluator, and he will be inviting the speech evaluators on the relevant acting topic. To proceed on that, let me invite once again our general evaluator, Toastmaster Balakrishna.
Thank you, team model. Arun. Now, as a general evaluator, before even I proceed into this, I just want to make a minor amendment in the agenda. Going with the speaking order, so my evaluator order will be, first will be Priyadarshini, second will be Madam Sugashini, and third is Anirudh, and fourth is Preeti. This is one. And going with the general evaluator observation, out of the 4 speakers who are all qualified, so that we can go for voting. All timer.
All are.
I take that all are qualified. And in table topics, can I have the timers report, please?
Yeah.
Anyone disqualified, only you can name.
Yeah. Toastmaster Saraswati and guest Hari are disqualified. All others are qualified.
Toastmaster Hari and Saraswati were disqualified. Quickly for the name, you want us the names? We can read out. Anyone? You have put it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prabhat, you can take that and go for the voting. Okay, with this, I'll be proceeding with the G role today. And as I was telling in the beginning, evaluation is the crux of the Toastmasters meeting. Why we have evaluation is very simple. When you look at an audience and speak, communicate with them, you are communicating in the entire message through your body language as well as your message, what you are saying by words. Okay. Now, these are all segmented in various aspects, and to do the evaluation, we have, first we will go for the speech evaluators. We have seen 4 speakers today, and first speech given by Toastmaster Sriram will be evaluated by Priyadarshini. She is a program manager in Cape Gemini, and she is interested in doing gardening during her free time. And apart from that, she is very enthusiastic Toastmasters. She takes leadership roles. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Balakrishnan sir. Okay, so first, congrats Toastmaster Sriram, my target speaker, for completing the project. I hope he's there. Okay, so this is, as I mentioned, this is the second speech of the evaluation and feedback. The purpose was to apply the feedback which was received in the first speech and apply it on this speech. So I understand from Toastmaster Sriram that the previous feedback was keep the eye contact and the hand, improve the hand gestures. So I think since he was there in the physical meeting, his eye contact has improved and the hand gestures were also improved. So that feedback is included in the current speech. But let's dissect the speech more detail. So if you have all noticed, he started with the opening question. So how many thoughts? So that is a good hook. That is one of the best approach to start a speech. So that he has included, which actually attracted the attention of all the audience. That was a good thing. And then he did a small introduction, like from thoughts to ideas to action, and he introduced his art approach, but did not explain detail, but he kept the curiosity on, or he kept the suspense on till the end. And he started explaining, he included two stories, or rather anecdotes, of Stephen King and Edison, which also was actually kept the audience thinking that what is that art? Was it related to that? Because these were the two examples of the perseverance and how they learned from the failures and how they improved. So that hype he kept on till the end. Then he talked about his personal story and in the chemistry lab, and then a washing machine story, which he's detailed out. But all the while he kept the hype on. But what happened when he disclosed the art, that is, assess your failure, refine your idea, and take action? It was in a faster pace. He only mentioned it once, and then maybe shortage of time, he concluded that will you apply art, and then stop the speech. So if you notice, even after the speech was completed, the TMOD could not get the art. What is the expansion of art? He was telling that he also have washing machine problem and he'll reach to Sriram. Instead, if the art was very strong, he would have told that I would have applied art. So my suggestion would be, when you are explaining something, after the three stories, you can explain what is art, and then you can explain how that was applied to your personal experience, so that it will register in the audience mind. Then by the end of the speech, the expectation is the people should get what is art, and everybody should think about, okay, I have to assess my failure, I have to refine my ideas and take action. That should be the takeaway from the speech. But otherwise, it was a great speech. The organization was good. Just that these things, if you have taken care, the idea would have registered in everybody's mind. Thank you, and over to you.
Let's give a big round of applause. I'm not adjusting the mic for the sake of online. Am I audible? Very audible, and because mic is at a different level.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we don't have to adjust the mic every time. Okay, that was good evaluation, and we are moving to the second speaker, which is Toastmaster Saravanan. Again, another icebreaker speech, and the speaker will be evaluated by a calm and composed person, immediate past VP education of this club. I understood today only after reading her intro that she is a yoga teacher. So I could see the calmness in her and deals. Her hobbies are reading books, playing badminton, listening to music, cooking. Good. Another very good cook. Over to you, Toastmaster Suhasini.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Good afternoon, everyone. I would congratulate and I would show my applause to my target speaker, Toastmaster Saravanan, to broke his ice. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Your opening and the body and conclusion of the speech was well structured. You opened and ending with the message. This is the basic structure for a good speech. Opening with a message and ending with a message, and also you insist a message on your speech, like challenges are always unavoidable. We should not apprehensive. So those are all the parameters for an basic speech. Coming to the body of your script, you maintain the chronological order of your life, and there is a message on your content. And you also explained about your challenges, what you faced on your life. The few things I would eagerly waited from you, want to listen from you about your passion, where I think you didn't explain about it, and I felt a few pauses in between the speech. That are all the few areas you could focus on that to go from a good to great. In Toastmaster, we would evaluate a speech in a 7 parameters, like a 7 colors in the rainbow. Definitely for all of us, we never seen, I won't see, rarely see all the colors bright, because in each and every speech we can see some area bright and some should be lighter, like this. But I would say on your rainbow, on the 7 parameters, 4 of the colors I see a bright, like a clarity, interest, audience awareness, and engage the audience. Those are all the 4 colors shown bright on your rainbow. The 3 things you need to, it is lighter. You can focus it and make it as a brighter, like eye contact, gesture, and again the vocal variety and comfortness. Those, if you concentrate on them, definitely your speech will be from good to great, and the rainbows, the colors of your rainbow will be brighter in future, because your today's speech will definitely will break all your challenges, particularly in the public speaking and the leadership. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Saravanan. All the best for your future journey as a public speaker and a leadership. Over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Balakrishnan.
Thank you, madam. Let's give a big round of applause for the great evaluation. With this, our third speaker was Toastmaster Kavita. Our speech will be evaluated by our young ExCom member, VPPR, and he's interested in cricket, chess, playing piano, singing. Last week came to know that he's also having a YouTube channel, Dub Smash. And finally, he said designing. No, for me and all, design a suit or dress and all will come to mind. But this generation talks about designing means web designing and other things. I am from old generation. Over to you, Toastmaster Anirudh, for an evaluation.
So I hope I'm audible and visible online.
You are.
Yes, Sunny.
Yeah, thank you. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, both in offline and online. And in particular, my target speaker, Toastmaster Kavita. Toastmaster Kavita has delivered a great and very emotional speech on the topic, I, me, myself. Her speech had a good structure with good opening, body, and conclusion. She started her speech with a nice classical song, and that song was a nice way to start the speech. It was an innovative way to grab the audience attention and keep the audience curious about the message that she's going to deliver. And then she also conveyed an important lesson that she learned, which is we should all spend time with our family, friends, relatives, detachment in attachment. So that was nice to know. That message was nicely conveyed. And she also spoke about the deaths that happened in her life and how the deaths taught her so many lessons and how it transformed her. As she also told about her, explained about her family, the mother and father, they're all government employees, and how much she struggled because she was dusky, complex, and all. It is inevitable that we all face several challenges during every stage of our life. But time, persistence, and perseverance will always transform those challenges into victories. And that is what she has clearly explained in her speech. She also spoke about the togetherness of her and Toastmaster Arun in solving many challenges. So that was also nicely done. And she also spoke about how Toastmasters transformed her personal and professional life. And So those were all nicely explained. As she said, broken racks and billiards. Only if the racks is broken, everything good starts to happen. And conclusion was also good, where she said the start and end of our life is defined, but it's only the in between that we have to fill. I really liked her vocal variety, where when she was explaining about the deaths and all the struggles, she modified her voice and she was explaining in a very soft voice and a very emotional voice. So that really, I liked that vocal variety, that voice modulation was good. So coming to recommendations, I only have a few recommendations. Maybe if you could, your title was I, Me, Myself. Since it's an icebreaker speech, you're only going to speak about yourself. So maybe if you could keep an innovative title like My Detachment or something like innovative related to that, the title itself will be more attractive. So maybe that you can work. And you also told about the deaths, struggles you faced, and you advised about how we should persist and overcome and win in life. Maybe you could have told about your recent achievement that you have achieved through the struggles. We are curious to know what you have achieved through all the struggles and all the challenges that you faced. So that you could have explained. And that would have been more inspiring to the audience. But otherwise, it was a nice, informative speech with good content and a nice message. If you can keep an innovative title and highlight the achievements of your life, it would be more inspiring, and your speech will go to the next level. All the best for your future speeches. Back to you.
Let's give a big round of applause for another wonderful evaluation. With this, we are moving on to the last of the speaker, Toastmaster Muthu. His speech will be evaluated by another designer. Okay, fashion designer. It's okay. I will come to that. And she is the immediate past president of Madras Toastmaster Club. Currently, she is the vice president membership. All guests contact her. And she is a graphic designer and instructional designer at Ford. Over to you, Toastmaster Preeti.
What is a skill I am going to use here? That is a skill of giving feedback or to evaluate. So this skill is going to improve Muthu's speaking skills, and he shows the quality of acceptance, and he'll work on it and give a better speech next time. So greetings. This togetherness culminated in growth, not only for me as well as for Muthu. So I'll grow as an evaluator and he grow as a speaker. And this is how evaluation works. Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. And thank you so much for the opportunity to evaluate Toastmasters Muthu's health as well. So the objective of this speech is for the member to deliver a speech, receive feedback, and work on it. So the objective is fulfilled as he delivered some informational speech. So now here I am with my points to evaluate Toastmaster Muthu. There are a few positive points and few recommendations for him. The first positive thing is the structure. The structure of the speech was good. So it has a proper introduction, which started with quote, and it has a good body and conclusion. In the body, he mentioned like 3 factors which we should consider when considering the health. That is environment, product, and food. He also mentioned examples for each one. And he also give us a points like how to overcome those health sickness and those issues. So the body was good and it has a proper conclusion with the message that we are responsible for our own life and we should follow that. So the structure was overall good. And the second thing is the speech seems to be well researched. It has a theory like from Anthony Williams and so much of scientists he has mentioned. So it has a theory and the factors, the structure, as I said, everything was properly told by him. Coming to the recommendation points. So though the speech has many theories, people feel more connected when you say your experience. I was expecting at least one incident where you were unhealthy and how it motivated you to follow a healthy lifestyle and what are the challenges that you faced which made you to follow a healthy lifestyle. So if that point is there, people, it brings motivation to the people. So the people think we should also follow a healthy lifestyle and it will create more impact on people. So that is the first thing. The second thing is the audio quality, as I said. So Anand has been texting in the group like meeting started, please join. So he's doing that, but I think very few use that opportunity to check their audio and video before the meeting is started. If you have joined a little earlier and checked your audio and video, this chaos has been avoided. So I advise you to join earlier next time, at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier to check your audio and video. Overall, it was an informative speech with a good message. We understand your effort in preparing the script, but if it is delivered with a good audio, it will reach many more people. And please check on your audio alone next time. So all the very best and all the best to your future speeches. Over to you.
I have to be fast and businesslike, looking at my time and agenda. As a GE, I should be commenting on both. So without wasting much time, can I ask the timer first tell the qualified evaluators, then you can give the full brief.
All evaluators are fine.
Come here and you can give the rest of the timer report.
Thanks.
Again, to tell you is Rahul Dada friendly they call.
Yeah, thanks, General Evaluator, for that introduction again. Interesting introduction. Yeah, so our first speaker was Toastmaster Shriram. He took 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Then we had our second speaker, Toastmaster Sarvanan, who took 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Kavita took 6 minutes and 10 seconds. And our final speaker, Toastmaster Muthu, took 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Coming to the table topic section, DTM Pat took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Nisha took 1 minute and 23 seconds. Lokesh, 1 minute and 41 seconds. Abhineet, 1 minute. Ashwin, 1 minute and 4 seconds. Rahul, myself, I took 1 minute and 36 seconds. Toastmaster Anand took 1 minute and 59 seconds. Saraswati, Toastmaster Saraswati, she took 51 seconds. Toastmaster Hari took 49 seconds. And guest Huda took 1 minute and 32 seconds. Our last section was the evaluator round. So our first evaluator, Toastmaster Priyadarshini, she took 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Toastmaster Suhasini took 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Toastmaster Anirudh took 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Preeti took 3 minutes and 10 seconds. That's the timer's report. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Next, I am going to tell Aha when she does the food and brings to the club. Toastmaster Naino, can I have the R counter report, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you speak?
Yes, sir. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Prepare speech, Toastmaster Muthu, so 2 times. Toastmaster Kavita, 15 times. 1 times, but 2 times. Repeated word, I was. Toastmaster Sriram, but 3 times, so 2 times. 1 times, and repeated words and Toastmaster Saravanan, 5 times, so 1 time. For table topic speech, DTM part, 4 times. Toastmaster Nisha, 5 times. Guest Lokesh, 2 times. Like 1 times. Repeated word and Toastmaster Rahul, clear speech. Toastmaster Anand, so 3 times. Guest Abhinit, clear speech. Guest Hari, 4 times. Guest Mudda, 4 times. Saraswati, clear speech. Guest Ashwin, 4 times. For evaluation speech, Toastmaster Preeti, 8 times, 1 times, but 1 times, so 6 times, like 1 times. Toastmaster Anirudh, 12 times, but 1 time, so 6 times, like 1 times. Repeated word and Toastmaster Priyadarshini, 9 times, 1 times, repeated word and. Toastmaster Suhasini, 7 times, 3 times, so 1 times, like 1 time, repeated words and. Toastmaster of the day, TM Arun, but 1 time, so 4 times, repeated word and. General evaluator Balakrishnan, 2 times, many times he repeated and. Table topic master Nikhil, so 1 times. Thank you. Over to general evaluator.
It becomes habit. We repeat that while telling. So this is a good feedback. Thank you. Again, let's give a big round of applause for our founder. Next, we have grammarian. Again, Toastmaster Saraswati.
Thank you. I have a detailed report, but due to lack of time, I'm just going to give the highlights, and you can always contact me for a better version of the report. So, word of the day and theme of the day, there was generous usage of that. So, Sriram, Toastmaster Sriram, Toastmaster Saravanan, Toastmaster Muthu, Toastmaster Lokesh, Pat, and Toastmaster Kavita. So many of us used word of the day, and so many of our speeches were aligned to the theme of the day. And bringing up the highlights of today, never be apprehensive of challenges. It takes a lot of healing, detachment in attachment, passion which is burning inside, failure that is not seen from outside. Nucleus is formed, coherence, peace of mind throughout your entire life, degrowth, facing your fear, different types of leadership like persuasive leadership, egoistic leadership, selfless leadership, and empathy, that is the highest form of intelligence. Only Google helped me finally. And then prevention is better than cure. These are the highlights of all your speeches, and I still have more to tell you, but you will have time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this. We are running short of time, and I had to be very brief in giving the other this one, so that as a GE, my report on this is it was a wonderful meeting. Overall, it is a great done by from VP Education background, doing the work, following up with each and every speaker. He got 4 speakers, 4 evaluators, last minute, so many things till today he has to do. Great goes to him. The next, Sergeant at Arms opened the meeting, though he is away from this, still from his commitment, and he came, and I appreciate that. We started on time, everything went very well, and it was a wonderful done by TMOD, bringing in everybody to action pack. What is life? Togetherness and leadership, leading the leadership. Without introducing the topic, I have to appreciate the president when he came, Balakrishnan, Toastmaster, yours truly. He told about a small story. He never mentioned about the togetherness, but the message was togetherness. And why I am saying this, I will tell you as a GE. And finally, also he said in Toastmaster, we all come together, leadership, we learn and we help each other. Why I said this is, it's an honor for the Master of Ceremony to bring in such a wonderful team and this one. So we all know, but still, as a president, not using it, giving the credit to that, he has done a wonderful job. Let's give a big round of applause. And already appreciated by him, the table topic master, he came up with very good. All the role players, they did very well. And GE, of course, still he is doing. So maybe, others can comment about it. What is the improvement we can suggest? In short, the improvement is agenda and time. Okay. I don't want to talk about Muthu because the evaluator has given the feedback about what Muthu should have done. That's again, thank you for that, reducing my work. And we also should learn that from Master of Ceremony, how to introduce people, everything. And the GE role is not taking the leadership. So what goes to him from my side, that doing it wonderfully. So very good role players. Others have done very well. With this, I hand over control back to the TMOD, Toastmaster Arun.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Kudos to you as well as your entire evaluation team. Definitely the feedback will help us to grow together. Finally, I would like to conclude that leadership not something that a title being given to you. Leadership is something like that you choose to become as a leader. Please come forward to take up more leadership roles in the club meetings and at the club level. Wish you all a great success. With this, I conclude and can give the control back to presiding officer.
Oh, wow, fantastic. What a meeting. We can take from our immediate division director's advice, and as I said in the beginning, HR trainer, and to comment on this one, Nikhil was putting this one, Ashwin could not take that. Which role model you will choose? He thought that immediately you will say Nikhil. So because he's a super leader, so like that you framed a question, and everybody, even Huda at the break, I did not communicate to that table topic master that she was interested in speaking. I could see so many enthusiastic. I'll be choosing only 1 or 2 guests because of the time to give a feedback. Can you just give a brief how you like the meeting? Will you join? And what's your take? You spoke well first time as a table topics. You will improve. Anyone, just a few seconds only. How did you feel today's meeting?
Wow, fantastic.
That's all? Okay. You will become a member? You will become a member?
Yes.
Yes. She is the person. Online, Madam Jaya, I could see you and I could not see you earlier. Hope I am not making mistake that you are. Can you switch on your video and audio and brief and how did you like the meeting? Thank you. You are in mute. Can you unmute, please? You can speak. No, we can't hear you. Give me a minute. Let them check. Meanwhile, can you just say, no, here. Can you give me your feedback? Can you check your audio again? Because your audio is not clear. No, we can't hear you. Can you check your settings? Meanwhile, I will ask the another person here. Just check the settings. Yeah, because you did not speak in the table topics, I thought better you give your view.
My feedback. Today's Toastmaster was really good. It is a surprising one. I am standing here and speaking. It is a one good opportunity. Today's Toastmaster, I met many new people's new way of speaking. Even though the speakers has some mistakes, I noticed, but it is okay. Humans also make mistakes, but today's Toastmaster is one interesting and special thing for me. That's all.
In my speech or delivery, any mistakes, I will take from you privately because you have noted something. Definitely, I need that feedback.
Sometimes we cannot say, but you after realizing 30 minutes after you review your mistake.
Yeah, thank you for that. And with this, if can we announce winners? Prabhat, we are ready. Madam Jaya, can you introduce now? No, can you? No, there is. Can you post that in chat box? What you want to say? I will read out for them. Meanwhile, can we announce the winners? Prabhat is working on that. Unfortunately, your audio is not, Ms. Jaya.
If you can just give me a few minutes, please.
Okay. And meanwhile, I can read out. This is my first Toastmaster meeting. Where is the chat? This is my first Toastmaster ever meeting attended. Would love to work on my public speaking skills. Can you just identify your full name and are you a student or working? You loved the meeting. Very good. She is working. Okay. Would you like to become a member? Soon you can contact me or we have VP membership. You can find out. You will be added in a group or called guest and you will receive further messages. Without much, I have few announcements to make before the results are being announced. That is, as I said in the beginning, the contest is coming. Most probably we are planning in the end of Feb. That is a routine procedure, so that area will conduct in March, and division is planning in April. So those who are selected from this, I will repeat again, those who are selected from this, they will go and meet. There are normally 4 or 5 clubs. Luckily, we have only one more club to be ordered only in our area. So area director, mentioned that we may have that in March. So we will plan end of February, most probably. You can start preparing for that. Only paid members are eligible for that. That is one. Second, related to that, she is coming online, or can I announce about the judge? Yeah, we also for the senior Toastmasters that you can attend the judges training workshop will be conducted by the district, that is when you attend that judges training, I will personally tell you to attend so that you know what the judges will look at when you deliver a speech here. So you should know what is your strength and weakness, how you will judge other speakers. So those things you can overcome. And just for the new people, when you start preparing and giving this one presentation, you saw the evaluation. That is first form. Then there is judges. They have a different form. Today you come and speak and deliver that you are the best speaker. We are going to announce. But many times it is proved wrong. And 400 people witnessing in Bahrain, we have seen. They are announcing, judges are announcing winners 3, 2, 1. There was an audience poll. The audience poll and the judges did not go through. Do you mean that judges are wrong? No. I want you to prepare that, because the judges, they see on structure. You get 30 marks for that. Okay. Don't go by my 30 or 40, whatever structure. Then body language. Then the conclusion, opening bodies, this one is there, and how effective, how your facial, how your body language, how you communicate, how you move when you are saying, all this will be counted. It is better you learn through this. Why I am coming to this? Online speakers, you come and deliver here, you see a performance increasing at many levels. Today we face many problems because we have a hybrid meeting, online and here. So with this, again, Prabhat, I need the results. Even if one is ready, meanwhile you can work on it. Ready? Are you ready to show the? Are you ready to show the?
Yes, yes. Yes,
One second. Can we start from?
Just 1 second.
Yeah, icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Saravanan. Sir. Toastmaster, need wonder. It's last time also I gave the honor to master of ceremony to do the thing. Yeah, next. You can announce. You can announce it.
Yeah, best speaker, Toastmaster Kavita.
For the togetherness, I am giving here, presenting the award to you. Okay. Next. Best table topics. Yes, that's all. All because of empathy. Thank you. And next, best evaluator. Any guesses? Thank you. And role players. Best role player, Toastmaster Arun. It's my honor to be. Okay, anything else? Tag, best role player, Rahul, Dada.
This was not expected. Tag also getting a room.
You have introduced 80 base green, amber, red.
And other thing work.
Yeah. Thank you. First timer, Nainu Mohan online.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Any other surprises? Any other?
Sir, the rating is
Sorry.
meeting rating is 4.6.
4.6. Why? You have to work on this.
Yes, yes.
You have to play the Zoom master and we will present it better. We should get 4.8 next time. Thank you.
Unless you are voting.
Our performance should improve. No. I want that. I'm telling indirectly to my team to improve the performance so that we get better rating from. No, I can. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Once again, you all can come for photograph here and online. And it was a great meeting. With this, I adjourned the 654th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. Online, all of you come and let's have a picture. Switch on the video. Is it okay? Okay. Prabhat and Gayatri, help me with the pictures. You want me to please? Yes. I started shaking before that. Okay.
We can't smile more.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And all of you stay here for this physical meeting. One more photo. Yeah. Little bit. Okay. No chance. Stand. Next week, Saraswati.
Yes, Toastmaster Nisha. Yes, right. Any volunteers for next week, the forthcoming week speech? Yes, over. Okay.
Don't say over.
Yeah,
Keep it in backup.
yes, because it is. Okay.
Allocate 5.
Yes. And TT Master, Toastmaster Preeti, TMOD, Toastmaster Anand. Floor is open for general evaluator.
No.
Yes.
Not immediately the TE and the writing on the line. Let us give other project. Are the laptop? Yes. I know. Nisha.
Should we try once now?
Yeah.
Should we try once now?
Okay.
It is HDMI as well. Oh, so we'll try. It is. Hello.
All not like it. 14. Okay.
Sir, that cable. Black cable you said, right? We'll sort this out today. This problem we have in all the meetings, right? Still live. Anand. Can you end the meeting, sir?
Meeting is still